is that what we're waiting for now? Or we're waiting for them to release our girls? After our girls have been, I'm just trying to take up from your last statement where you said after our girls have been released to us. Is that where we are at?
For me, my view is that at no point in time should you negotiate with terrorists. You can dialogue, but right now, I feel that the children should be released unconditionally. And whatever steps federal government chooses to take in terms of releasing people that are held in protective custody is a different ballgame. They are not balanced at all. They are not balanced.
You know, initially...
What did the children do when they were abducted? Nothing. Just their sin was to go to school.
We have clarified that we're dealing with people who seem to have lost all reasoning. I mean, the very fact that we tag them terrorists means that they kill indiscriminately and use anything and anyone as a tool. That means that they set up bombs in marketplaces. I mean, people have said that in conventional warfare, no such thing is done, that, you know, the rules of engagement are clear. But here we have people who do not abide by any rules and have, as such, have taken young schoolgirls as, you know, a soft target and have held them in custody, possibly as a bargaining tool. Only God knows what the girls could be going through even within their custody. The question will be, what premium do we place on their coming back?
Assuming government kowtows to this arrangement and releases some prisoners and get these girls back, and then the next day they kidnap more children and come back to the same pattern of swapping of prisoners, it means a precedent has been set.
Are we leaving our backside open for that? Because one would argue that, you know, the Bring Back Our Girls campaign started on the back of what a lot of people perceived as government indifference. Remember what happened in Buniyadi, and that wasn't the first time. Buniyadi secondary school boys were slaughtered. We even understood that some girls were taken. Nobody really knows, you know, the intuitive of that particular story. That was what we were told. Now, we've also seen attacks on several other schools. Primary schools have been attacked in Borno at some point. You know, the schools had to be shut down. In fact, we understand that schools had generally been shut down in the Northeast, and that these schools were opened only so that people could go and write their final year secondary school exams. Now, a lot of people perceived that government wasn't, in fact, even in some government quarters, there was the notion that this possibly did not happen. The kidnap of those girls did not happen. And as such, a lot of people perceived indifference on the part of government as to what exactly it was doing to bring back the girls. Would you say that it was totally an unnecessary campaign?
I wouldn't really reduce it to that. We should campaign, and where we feel government is not doing very well, we should remind government of their responsibility. But I want to believe that for those who understand the architecture of our symmetry, that what is unexpected is always what happens, unlike conventional war. The slaughtering of those children in Yobe State was a very dastardly act. But for us to win this war, the local government, the community, the state government, and the federal government must be sincere to one another. There are other circles who felt that certain things are happening in Borno and there is certain disconnect. And all this time, if we are to go back to reasons, nobody has mentioned the former governor of Borno State, really, tacitly. Some time ago, the same Boko Haram said that he must be arrested. He's yet to be arrested. He should be arrested, and perhaps they should bring any evidence against him so that we can charge him to court.
Doesn't it just speak again to what government should be doing? Because I mean, it's not up to civilians to be asking.
Wait a minute. Where government failed in this case is when the Western nations destabilized Libya. Government should have anticipated the outflow of weapons and combatants from Libya heading towards Niger Republic, heading towards Central African Republic, and possibly entering Nigeria. Because of the Nigerian government's magnanimity to border protection, this flow of arms came in. Now the genie has been opened. What the government now needs to do is continue to prod Boko Haram to please release the children, and then we can dialogue with you. We are going to release some people to you, but not because of these children. One must come before the other. And that's the point here.
That's negotiation.
I'm sorry?
Is that not negotiation?
No, that is dialogue.
But you're meeting their request.
No, the point is, after the children are released, then we can now discuss other issues.
I thought you said that those children are innocent, and so you
They
cannot...
are innocent, they have nothing
can't
to do with
release
combat.
those who are in custody.
If you are a true Muslim, even if you're Salafist, your doctrine as a Salafist must tell you not to kidnap children. So which means these Boko Haram people are no longer Muslims. It means that these Boko Haram people are drug addicts.
How
now,
would you...
assuming federal government says, okay, we are bringing people and we are keeping them at certain location for you, what is the guarantee that these children will be released by these people? Since you have, in your own words, they have gone beyond reasoning. What, I mean, how? We can't negotiate. Government cannot negotiate. Government can always be insisting. And what we are asking the international community to do is, please, please, please beg these people to release these children.
Are we waiting for them to release the children, or we're actually taking steps on the corner?
I don't know.
You know,
government people, I'm quite sure, know what they are doing. And I'm quite sure if the presidency is listening to this program, I'm quite sure they are doing something. But why I came here is that to appeal to our former leaders in the same line as Governor Aliyu Babangida had said, let us go back to the north and plead with our children to stop embarrassing the north, to stop embarrassing the nation, and to give peace a chance so that the north can be rebuilt. Therefore, I use this opportunity to call on former President Ibrahim Babangida, former President Buhari, led by Yakubu Gowon, Shehu Shagari. They are still alive. Abu Salam Abubakar. They can't keep quiet. T.Y. Danjuma. We stand and make a proclamation and plead for the release of these children and plead to the Nigerian public to stop politicizing the military. Military remains our last bastion of defense. The manner with which civilians, religious leaders, and politicians have been psychologically destroying our military is not in the best interest of this nation.
Are we politicizing? I mean, if we have issues with the military, how then do we bring them to the fore? In the sense that if we feel that really our boys are in harm's way owing to the negligence of some, top officers within the ranks of the military, how do we bring that to the fore?
Of course, the military has its internal mechanism to checkmate certain things.
How effective?
During the Civil War, Olusegun Obasanjo, then as commander of Dead Marine Commando, and also narrated in one of his books, shot a captain in Owerri for attempting to rape a civilian. Point blank. And it's documented. So the military knows that if you are found wanting within its rank and file, certain decisions must be taken.
Now